welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You are concerned Tom's River resident. That's why we do the show, because you're concerned. If you need to get in touch with me, go to our website, HMG TV Shows. Hit the contact, send me an email. Got a problem, need some help with? I am here to help. You can reach us with our Twitter, JC Hudson Media. You can watch us on livestream.com, but everything goes through HMG TV. So we're going to break with commercial. When we come back, we got a busy show. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. Are you concerned, Tom's River resident? I got my Babes coffee. Place is pretty busy, Babes. This is off season. There were a lot of people in there. Getting coffee, playing the lottery, getting sandwiches. A lot of things to do in Seaside Heights. Tom's River people, you need to come over the bridge. The boardwalk is open, the arcade's open, Hemingway's is open, the Spicy Cantina's open, the Beachcomber is open. There are a lot of things to do. For that matter, we're working on some pieces where we'll promote Seaside and we'll promote Tom's River. The more we can promote Tom's River and Seaside, the better off it is. The more traffic I can get coming down Route 37, the more businesses that are open. You know, you go down Route 37, a lot of vacancies. Tell you, the place, when I was looking for the studio, we looked at a place on Route 37. That's like almost 3 years now. That place is still vacant. We've been here. Got a busy show. We're going to talk about Murphy. We're going to start with that. Ocean County freeholders and pot sales and addictive pot more than cocaine. Liberty State Park. How does that affect you when it's in Jersey City? Because it's a state park and you pay for it. And the Todd Father, Tom's River's own Todd Frazier, is staying in the area locally. He's going from the Yankees to the Mets. We'll talk about that. I'm going to reach out for Todd, see if we can get him on the show, do about 10 minutes with him. But let's start with our new governor, Phil Murphy, who needs to be as successful as a governor has ever been in New Jersey. He has got my complete backing. Anything I can do, I'm in. He had a meeting in Monmouth County last week. I think it was in Marlboro. Where he met with a group of mayors, Matt Doherty from Belmar. I think he might be leaving. He might be heading up the motor vehicles. There's some talk of that. He met with these mayors about starting a charitable segment of their municipalities so we can get around the federal salt property tax. With the new property tax and the new salt and property tax and the new tax bill from President Trump, the max you can deduct on your property taxes and local taxes is $10,000, which oddly enough is the same amount state caps it at. But the governor is suggesting that these towns open up a charitable organization where in lieu of property taxes, you can make a charitable donation. I don't think that's going to cut it with the IRS. They're pretty smart there at the IRS. I don't see this working, but it makes for good copy and sound bites. If you came up with a creative way to get around your property taxes, believe me, the state of New Jersey would come down on you like a ton of bricks. I really don't see this working. And remember, the new tax codes that were just passed by President Trump, they don't etch these in stone. You can still go back and modify this. It's a matter of horse trading, but none of that is done in D.C. They just feud constantly. The Republicans and the Democrats, they throw rocks at each other. Yeah, you can't get anything done if you constantly are fighting with each other. So the dysfunction has to end. The mudslinging has to, like I've said in previous shows, the campaign's over. Work together. Come to a solution. Can we raise this? Yeah, I'm sure it can be raised. But until it is, we're going to have to adhere to this. Now, Senator Sweeney, who I was in conversations with last week, made mention of, instead of arguing so much about the feds and what Trump's doing and what's going on in Washington, maybe you get the house in order. And we cut property taxes here in the state. And Sweeney's right. Sweeney's like a state rock star. I don't know if you pay attention to Steve Sweeney. He is a regular guy, former iron worker, worked his way up. He speaks his mind. He speaks off the cuff. But he's usually right, and he's right in this case. We need to get the house in order. Start bringing in the expenses. Start reeling them in. We need to work on cutting expenses. I'm going to talk about Liberty State Park later, because that's like $3-4 million a year that the state's paying, and we can probably get around that. But there are so many ways we can cut the taxes that the state is paying now. I'm from Jersey City, as we all started from Jersey City. They all migrated down here one way or the other. There's major road projects going on. There's a new Route 7 bridge going on. The Skyway is under refurbishment. Route 139 is under refurbishment. That's the covered roadway coming out of the Holland Tunnel. And for whatever reason, we have off-duty cops. I'm not sure what they do there, but we have off-duty cops. I suppose they're directing traffic, but the traffic lights are working. They're not being paid by the city of Jersey City. They're being paid by the state. Now, what should happen is the state should go back and say, do we really need these guys, $100 an hour each? But nobody goes back and checks on this. And that's where money gets wasted. It's just a small percentage of how money is wasted. Like I said before, shared services between the municipalities, the state, and the bigger cities, that can work, and that can reduce your burden. And these are the things Phil Murphy, smart guy, should be thinking about doing. But we're going to break the commercial. You watching the Tom River Show? I'll be right back.
Pen and Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen and Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, you concerned Tom's River resident. If you need to get in touch with me, you got HMG TV shows. Go to contact, send me an email if you need consumer issues, county issue, Tom's River, Seaside, whatever it is. Those cameras, they're very helpful, and I've been developing friendships for a long time down here with the politicians. We can help. Consumer, we're very good at that. So if you need some assistance, give me a call. I just had a situation, again, Jersey City, I do the Jersey City show. We had a situation with streetlights in a parking lot, and public service maintains them. There were a rash of break-ins and undesirables that hanging out in the lot. They're probably why the lights don't work. It's a school parking lot, state of New Jersey school. Little by little, it's transitioning back to Jersey City. Couldn't get the lights fixed. They called City Hall. They couldn't get the lights fixed. They were calling everybody. A friend of mine, Angelo, calls me. Said, Pat, can you do anything about these lights? Super Pat and the Hudson Media Group and Ready to Roll Studios, this is what we do. We got in touch with the people at PS&G, Public Service, Gas and Electric. Within 2 days, the lights were repaired. I was in the email chain to the school system saying, O'Melia's involved, he'll be following up on this. I was involved in the email chain as far as the work order. And then I got a text from PS&G saying it was repaired. So if you have an issue, it's just an email. Don't forget, you can watch all our shows at HMG. We archive everything there. It's really part of our streaming service. We are here to help. Ocean County Freeholders. My buddy, Joe Picari. I'm a Joe Picari fan. Think he's probably one of the best freeholders, and I deal with a lot of them throughout the state. He is truly a flag waver for Ocean County and Seaside Heights tourism. Tourism is big money for Ocean County. They recently voted to ban the sale of recreational marijuana in Ocean County. Unfortunately, it carries no enforcement. It's more ceremonial than anything else. Now, if you watched this show, the last few episodes, we got a new governor. One of the tent poles of Phil Murphy's campaign was legalizing the sale of marijuana. From revenue that it will generate to less court cases and locking people up, they having a nickel bag or a dime bag. I don't know if they still sell it that way, showing my age. But that was one of his tent poles. Now, nothing has happened anywhere with the Murphy people or in this Trenton about legalizing the sale of pot. Nothing is going on. And if and when it does occur, it's not going to happen overnight. Like I said, Murphy's not going to come out of the governor's office and say, all right, smoke it up, light them up, people, it's legal. It's going to take a while. They're going to roll this out. There's going to be procedures and protocols. Hopefully not any expenses. The money, if that's going to happen, the money should all go for property tax relief. Start cutting the expense of New Jersey, get the house in order. My question is, and I said before, why poke the bear? Now, I had Mo Hill on, the councilman at large, and Tom Durbin. Nothing's happening. Why poke this guy? You want to develop a relationship. Again, the campaign is over. Time to start working together. Ocean County is going to need help from the state. I'm sure they're going to need help from the state. Why poke the bear? Nothing's happening. No sense you drawing any lines or taking any stand or making any opinion known. Shut up. Wait until it's rolled out. Don't poke the bear. Makes no sense. You're going to need help from the state. And I can't understand. Maybe we forgot how to do politics and the horse trading, and the Republicans and Dems used to work things out and get things done. Everything you see in the state was built through the state, the federal government, the state, or the county, and that's because it was done with cooperation. Very seldom is any one project done by one municipality or one county or one state. There's always a system. We rebuilt a viaduct in Hoboken. Big benefit to the city of Hoboken. The county did. There was state money in it. There was money all over. Everybody has to work together. It's like Trump said with his transportation program. You're going to have the feds, you're going to have the state, you're going to have the county. Everybody works together, and you get things done. We just don't seem to operate that way, whether it's in D.C. or in the case here in Ocean County. Why poke the bear? And also, when you're talking about pot sales, maybe you should understand pot a little bit. And it's not like something that just snuck up. I wish we had a picture. I got to see if Mike can get Reefer Madness, a clip of that, so we could be showing to it as I speak of this. Pot has been around a long time. There isn't one of us that didn't smoke pot in the old days. Some of us smoked more than others. Some were stoners, that sort of thing. I was more of a Budweiser guy. I wasn't into the pot myself. Jerry Little was probably a very good freeholder. Again, I deal mostly with Joe Picari. He actually made the statement that it's more addictive than cocaine. And, just in this social media world we live in now, where everybody's on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, they jumped him. And it only took a day there to retract that. Again, if you're going to vote on banning sales of something that hasn't even started up yet, maybe you should learn and do a little research on that. Because I'm sure Murphy's like, hey, what is with these people? We haven't done anything, and this freaking guy doesn't know a damn thing about pot. Calm down, everybody. Wait until Murphy rolls something out, and maybe read a book or Google pot. But I'm sure the little guy's a good freeholder. I'll try to get him on the show. You're watching the Tom Durbin Show. We're going to break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, Retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Yes, you are watching the Tom's River Show. I see you there. Remember, you need to get in touch with me, HMG TV shows. You can hit me on Twitter, JC Hudson Media. Follow us. Actually, we've been picking up a lot of followers. Actually, the Riverkeeper, I've got to get into that now. They're probably going to stop following me. Liberty State Park. I'm sure you know the park. It's up in Jersey City. It's right across from New York City. It's a humongous park. At one time in our past, it was part of the Jersey City waterfront docks, and it went into a state of, urban decay in the old days. It was part of the Black Tom, where there was a huge explosion back in the early 1900s. The German sabotage thing, it has a history. But right now, it's just pretty much marsh and parkland, that sort of thing. There are two movements afoot. One is for a marina expansion. There's a marina there now, and they want to expand to the southern end for more boat slips. Now, Tom's River, Seaside Heights, Berkeley, Oatley Beach, all that. We know about marinas and boat slips. It's very big down here. There are very few boat slips up yonder way. So the marina would like to expand, and in their expansion there's going to be retail stores, and there'll be restaurants, there'll be amenities where right now, not a thing, just parkland and swampland. And Liberty National Golf would like to expand. They'd like to move their last three holes, 17th, 18th, and 19th, closer to the clubhouse. And they're willing to pay for this. And between the marina and Liberty National, probably a decent buck. Now, the state pays somewhere between $3.5 and $4 million a year to maintain Liberty State Park. There is a damaged bulkhead from Sandy. You guys know all the damages from Sandy. You got hit pretty hard, but so did Jersey City and Hoboken. Not to the degree, got a lot of flooding up our way. The bulkhead needs to be replaced, and it's a $40–50 million endeavor. The marina that wants to do the expansion is willing to do, I think, around a 30-year lease, and they'll pay X amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for the lease, and they'll pick up the cost of the bulkhead, $40–50 million. Liberty National Golf would like to expand, and then there's more lease. When you look at the marina and Liberty National Golf expanding and entering lease agreements for the expansion of the golf course and the marina, and when you look at the bulkhead repair, and you probably look at what the marina is offering when you're talking to Liberty National, say, you got to fork up some money, which Liberty National can afford, because I think you need to spend like $500,000 to become a club member there. So they got the money to do that. The state needs to seriously consider both of these offers. Now, there are pushbacks from commercializing Liberty State Park. It is a huge piece of park. You know, Google Liberty State Park. Now, a friend of mine, Sam Pest, and his family saved it back in the 70s, friends of Liberty State Park. They're pushing back on the marina and the golf course. The Hudson River Conservatory is pushing back. The Sierra Club is pushing back. And in the piece I did on the Jersey City show about the savers, these are the people, they want to save the park for park people and wildlife. Still going to be a park there. Just that now, between these two entities, conceivably, it will cover the expenses of Liberty State Park. And as we said earlier, we need to start cutting the expenses in New Jersey. $3.5–4 million a year there, plus the bulkhead repair. That's money in your pocket. No. Now, the savers, They all want to save, and I made mention, how much have these savers put into Liberty State Park? Because the park, in my opinion, is in a state of disrepair. There's the old train terminal that looks the same as it did 17 years ago, outside of a commercial restaurant that opened on the northern end, and nothing happened there. The savers all say, we need to save this, we need to save that, oh, we have to save it. These savers never put any money up. It's you they want to save with your money. And what they get away with that from? It's like people with historic sites. We want to preserve that building. We want to preserve this, or we want to preserve that. But they're not coming out and writing a check for that. They want to use your money to do that. There is a lot of park, and there's a lot to be utilized. And when you build a marina, you're not putting cruise ships in there. And the arguments are for keeping these entities out of there is protecting the wildlife, seagulls and pigeons and whatever waterfowl and fishes and whatever's floating around the Hudson River. A lot of things could be floating around the Hudson River. And views. There's the arguments and people using the park. People will not run out of any space using the park with the expansion of the golf course or the marina. The seagulls and wildlife and aquatic fowl and fishes, they'll all be fine. And the views, they're not going to be blocked. You'll still see New York City. But if we can pick up $3-4 million a year in leases to offset the cost, that's a win-win. And then the state enters an agreement with the county of Hudson and the city of Jersey City to work together to maintain Liberty State Park. And that's a win-win for you, Ocean County, and the taxpayers of New Jersey. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom Driver Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'm here. I'm Pat O'Melia. You're there. You're a Tom's River resident. If you're watching this on the stream, you could be a concerned Jersey Shore resident. Don't forget, website, HMG TV shows, Twitter, JC Hudson Media. It's all on the bottom of the screen there. Tom's River. Oh, they are so happy in Tom's River. Their beloved son, Major League Baseball player Todd Frazier, is staying in the area. He's going from the Yankees to the Mets. Going from the Yankees to the Metsies. By the way, I got my Tom's River pin here. I gotta get more Tom's River memorabilia for my desk here. It's the 250 years of Tom's River. Now the pin here. We did a show on this a while back. Well, Todd is going to the Mets, and they need a third baseman. David Wright. It's unfortunate. David Wright has a series of injuries, mainly back. Now I can't get my little pin to stand up. There it is. He will be a welcome addition to the Mets. And you know what? Now, I'm joking about the Yankees because they'll probably win the World Series this year because we got everybody. Thanks to Derek Jeter still helping the Mets. We got another big power bat. I'll try to set Todd Frazier up for an interview. I'll reach out for the Mets. We'll see how that goes. Todd Frazier is a good clubhouse guy, the thumbs down guy. I remember that last year. Power. He's going to get you to high 20s, maybe 30. Low batting average, and he strikes out a lot. But in the National League, yeah, it might be a little easier to hit. You won't hit as many home runs in the National League. But, he played in Cincinnati. I think he came up with Cincinnati, went to the White Sox, the Yankees, now the Mets. He's a good clubhouse president, so listen, he's going to do okay with the Metsies. And you know what? I'm joking around about going from the Yankees to the Mets. The Mets might have a pretty good year. If their pitching can just stay healthy, they have the arms, they can pitch. If these kids stay healthy from Harvey on, they can be contenders. If Conforto comes back healthy, they can be contenders. You got Cespedes. This kid is just flat out hit. You know, if he can keep his hamstrings in place, they can do well. Jay Bruce is back. Jay Bruce had his beginning with the Mets weren't good. Then he went off to Cleveland, had a good season there, a good half a season. Now he's back with the Mets. He really hit in his second year with the Mets, and then he went off to Cleveland. Good pickup there. You got the Gonzalez guy that they picked up from the Dodgers, or from Atlanta. He was with the Dodgers, got to Atlanta. Atlanta cut him. The Mets picked him up. That could be striking gold with the Gonzalez guy, because if he's healthy, another back problem, if he can hit, that's a win-win for the Mets. Then the Mets could probably have a good year if their pitching holds up. Todd hits in the high 20s, cuts down the strikeouts, and bats. If he bats in the 250 range, the Mets will do all right. Hopefully Todd Frazier has a good year. I know everybody in Tom's River is pulling for him. Now, that's the good stuff here, but I want to get back to Liberty State Park. We did the fluff stuff here with Todd Frazier. Like I said, I'll reach out for him. It is imperative that Phil Murphy okays these deals. I didn't get to the end of those notes there. Again, if we can take $4 million off the top. Now, listen, $4 million, to you and me, it's a lottery hit. You know, we're set for life if we hit the pick six and get a lottery hit for $4 million. You know, we're outside doing the happy dance there. That's not much in the big budget. And people look at it, well, and it's funny when people are talking about expenses and cutting taxes, $4 million, oh, we got to cut that. But when it's one of the things that their pet projects, $4 million, it's a drop in the bucket. Well, you know, you fill up that bucket with a lot of drops. And here's $4 million, and I just want to remind you, and you should talk to your legislators. Email your assembly people and your state senators on this with Liberty State Park. I think the Star-Ledger did a story where they suggested that the state bond for the bulkhead, the $40, $50 million. No, because you know how you pay the bond off? With your tax dollars. Phil Murphy needs to figure out how to control all the expenses here, how to cut those expenses, how to go into the shared services. One of the first strong motions he can make about getting a handle on the house, getting your house in order, is okaying both of these deals through the Department of Environmental Protection, the DEP. Let the marina go forward. Let Liberty National expand. That between those two entities, that'll cover your expense. That takes $3.5 to $4 million out of your pocket. What you're paying right now, you don't have to do it now. It's not one of the expenses. So actually, I should say that puts $3.5, $4 million back in your pocket. And going forward, it is imperative that the state start looking at other entities. And they can look at private entities too to partner with. When you're talking road projects, you can partner with construction companies. We can partner with the bigger municipality. I guess you can even do it with the smaller municipality. But the state can partner with the counties. The state can partner with the big cities and start controlling the expense. And this is what Phil Murphy needs to do to make New Jersey livable again. It's a nice state. We just got to make it livable that we not to leave. All right, we're out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.